Wait, I don't see yours on. It's only one.
I'm not on?
Nope. Oh, is that me? Wait. Yeah, there's only one talking to the mic. Speak.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm B. What number are you?
How about channel?
Channel 57. Dot.
Let me see about that. See if we're on the same fucking channel.
You're not. I could tell already. You're on channel 29.
I like to go low.
Your mic number. I'm mic 6. So give you mic 7. Set. LCF off. Channel. We'll go channel 1. Yeah, that one's channel 1. You're on channel 30. Oh shit. Oh, I see. Channel 1. Yo. Set. Yo. Set. Yo. There you go.
I see both lines, right?
Yep, on both lines, yep. Glad we got this little guy now. It tells us.
So we still should, let's still
we were shooting the whole time.
No. Yeah, because I got something I could, I got no problem with the woke is whack. I could have fun with for a while, and you want, some other stuff.
You done yet?
Oh, in terms of, are we recording?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really? No, for real?
No, we are.
Oh, sit down, man. Oh, fuck.
I love it. What's up, baby? All right. Yeah, all right. We got the technical difficulties out the way. Both mics work.
Yeah, now, and while, as you know, but while this was going on, trying to figure out the mics, we really didn't realize that, we're recording the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, oh, what a trip.
Insight to the bloopers.
You want to see, like, completely, what would you call it? Completely lacking in any self-conscious behavior. Have no idea you're watching, and we're trying to figure out the sound.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the coolest thing. I thought it was
shot, baby.
I thought it was oh man, what fun! What a great way to begin.
And we welcomed you guys with that. So hopefully you appreciate that candid beginning. Now that we're here and we're in front of you, let's get the show started. If this is your first time watching Foster and Feinstein, where the fuck have you been? It's my question. First, second of all, if it is your first time watching it, if you like the video, please like this, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already. We would truly appreciate that. Without any further ado, let's get to the gittins, baby. Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Foster and
Feinstein. Okay, as a part of, that's Odin, by the way. He's the resident large dog.
Yeah.
And a great presence. I know what I want to, before we even get going, because we've already gotten going, I wanted to say I really don't like wearing hats.
I really don't like wearing masks.
Well, no, the masks are very contemporary in the sense, obviously it's COVID. Who the fuck likes it?
Yeah.
Unless you're into like weird shit.
Ooh.
But hats. I mean, hats have been around, for forever, man.
I'm a hat guy. I love.
I know you do. And me with the, and I'm going to do in a second. This is real, boy. This is not a big deal. But I'm thinking, I swear, the only reason why I wear the Kangol, which works, it works for me.
It fits,
right?
It does. It's fitting.
I prefer not to wear it at all because I much prefer to feel the air on me and not have my head covered. Yeah. But that's my hair is kind of long.
It is kind of long.
And
longer than mine for sure.
Jesus Christ. So anyhow, and something I've done all too often. Then we'll eventually get to the show.
Will we now?
Yeah. Once I'm naked and my hair is out. Once I'm showing hair. Okay.
That's not going to happen.
No, not naked. Because it's long, I end up spending. I do a lot of this. I don't want to do that. Okay.
I get that. I get that.
You know, but it's funny how mannerisms, in the sense that you manage to, you keep your hands kind of like okay.
Yeah.
You know, mine like I'm doing this and all and shit, and it's kind of interesting.
Baby,
right?
can you let Guy out? Sorry, guys. That probably was kind of loud.
Yeah.
Baby, can you let Guy out? She's barking. My new puppy. Sorry about that, guys. She yelps. We're doing potty training right now, so we have her in a kennel. And when she yelps, it's time to let her out, pee, poop, things of that nature. So, back to the show.
Well, it's all the show.
It's all a part of the show.
Yeah. So Odin, you've seen a number of times. Not just now. He'll just kind of like wander behind and like the guy in oh shit. It was.
Don't think too hard now. Your fucking head explode on camera.
It was a sitcom with Tim Allen, and the guy, there was a character in it, and all you could see was here from the fence up, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Home Improvement.
Yeah.
So no matter where he was, he always had a brochure or something in front of. That was great. I mean, that was a great.
So I'm thinking Odin. So Odin's always like doing the kind of like the the guy kind of sort of behind the fence. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. No, I hope it doesn't rain. Foster, because I don't think we mentioned that you
got a new puppy.
Got a puppy.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if I think the last show I hadn't had her yet. Did I?
I don't think
it was
so,
right
man.
before I went to Maui, and I got her when I came back from Maui.
Yes.
I think so. I think that's how that worked. So what's new with you, young man? I always call you old man, but it's like, let me call you young man because.
Oh, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm writing the piece. I'm just stuck writing it.
Yeah, writer's block.
Nah, I mean, I've written so many, man.
Okay.
But it's a very like a current one, and I'm calling it Shay Larry, which is that space.
Oh yeah,
right?
In the back.
I actually took a picture of it on the phone, so I'm trying to describe that. And I had some, and I'm not done. I'm still kind of laboring over it. But then I imagined it as a stage.
Okay.
Of an actual play taking place with I made some ethnic brooding kind of character, and these people come in to and tell their stories or whatever, and then they walk out and all that. Anyway,
like you're the Oracle mixed with the Godfather.
Yeah, which would make me the anacle. Anyway,
oh, shit.
So that I'm
anacle.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. I suppose creatively, and I got to knock it off tonight. And but I'm okay. We talked about some things we might want to talk about.
Yeah.
I know. Before we get to that, I don't watch a lot of the stuff that goes on. But, honestly, God bless everybody. There's so much mindless shit. Okay, and I don't care what it's about. I don't care if it's MMA, a couple of girls talking sex, some guys talking music, or whatever it is. None of it's really very smart.
It's smartly marketed, but it's not smart, the content.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm not talking that we are, but I like to think that we talk about stuff that I don't know. It's
holds some type of weight or merit.
It's not about looking at some video of some guy and you can see the crack of his ass, and then you make jokes about it, or something that Kanye says and they keep repeating it, and then they make jokes.
I think so that would help me lead me into the thought of what we were talking about earlier, not today, but earlier today, when I was saying principles, right? If you don't have any principles to back whatever your content is, or whatever your reason for doing what you're doing, then you're just putting out mindless, just entertainment, just content. So principles is one of those things where it's like, all right, are you not intentionally hurting anybody or disrupting the nature? Are you not forcing your opinion onto others? Are you agitating? Are you aggressive? Don't be any of those things. Have principles, and then you won't have a problem. A lot of the content that's out there is not principle based, it's topic based. So it's like a 4-year-old girl got murdered or something like that. Like the way that it's pushed out in the media, it doesn't have the principle behind it about this is wrong. It has the principle. It has this is dangerous. The world is bad. This and that and toxic, and it's just I don't know.
Well,
that's why be real cautious of what I consume.
We talked about it earlier, and we talked about. I wonder what the difference is between principle and ethics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I didn't look it up, and blah, blah, blah. My sense is that there's something about ethics that's this timeless kind of thing that. Did you just yawn?
Nope. You worry too much.
What was that?
It was breathing fresh air. My prana. What do you call it?
Oh yeah, your prana.
Yeah.
But where was I?
You were talking about ethics versus principles.
Yes, thank you for that.
That's why I'm here, guys.
Yeah, and I think there's a difference.
There is.
I've always thought that kind of ethics, there's a universality about it. I know some kind of a line that's like, this is how we're supposed to be as human beings.
Right.
Okay? How you define it.
It's like nature laws of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So there are certain ways that humans are supposed to act.
Because we're conscious beings. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And that's an ethical model.
Right.
Really, I mean, on a good day, hard to find. Today, I don't know where it is. So, I mean, there is, you know what I mean? There's a difference.
So, but I think ethics is one of those things, like you said, it's timeless. It's a part of being human. Now, principles is one of those things that takes a little bit of discipline and like intention behind it, like and almost an understanding, because me and you can have different ethics, but if we base it off the same principles, we can agree. You know what I mean? Like ethical is like how you should slaughter an animal. Some people's ethics will say there's no right way to slaughter an animal, but principle, then that's a big.
Google this at home, folks. I think ethics in the beginning, and it's probably obviously it's a derivative. It's
like a philosophy question.
It's like Greek or Roman. I mean,
right.
in other words, that goes way the fuck back.
Right.
And I don't think it was meant to be kind of this moving target. There were basic assumptions.
Yeah.
About how human beings are supposed to treat each other.
Yep.
And that's not the same as principle. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like principle is very much a part of it, but I think I really think the umbrella.
I agree.
Right?
I agree, but I feel like the principle is what is lacking. And so all these people have ethics, but nobody has a principle to base it off of to agree with another person. It's like if my ethics were, like I said, back to the slaughtering an animal, and the way you did it is this way traditionally, and the way I do it is this way differently traditionally. Like, we don't have to argue about the way that we ethically slaughter this animal, but if we agree on the principle that we have to slaughter this animal to feed our family, whatever is the easiest and most effective way or efficient way is one of those things that we talk about. We don't talk about the actual act itself.
Okay, ethics would also say then whatever you're doing, please try and do it in as humane a fashion as possible. That's ethics.
That's ethics.
So it's we can they're interesting, and I'm not I may bother or probably who the fuck after I won't probably. But the difference it's just that, and they're both great. So it's not you know what I mean. It's not like
they're both good, but I think principle is lacking. Like literally, principle is lacking in the society as a whole. Because that's why it's so hard for people to fucking agree with each other. And it's like something so simple. Even if it's like voting, right? It's like if you're a Dem or a Republican or whatever the case may be, none of that fucking shit matters. Because at the end of the day, if you both came down and you talked about the principle of the fact that the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be better for humanity. The reason I'm doing this is I want better child labor laws. It's like we could talk about the principle of the fact of why we're doing it, not the fact that you're the opposite of me. We always focus on the fact that you're the opposite of me and have opposing views, and that's where all the problems come in, man. That's why like vaccinated versus unvaccinated. It's like at the core of it, ethically, you should be able to do what the fuck you want to do as a person, Now, as a principle should be, my person, are doing this for me and my body. My body is my property.
No, I know. I understand, and it'd be interesting. We may do it later, but I think again the word ethics is derivative from
Ethos.
a really long time. I mean, probably before principle, in terms of one of those cultures wanting to find a word to define a certain way.
Trying to find a new.
Yeah. So it's not, it's just we have a different definition of. I'm pretty cool with principle, but probably a little bit of a different, definition of ethics.
Okay.
I'm not talking about a contemporary version of ethics. I'm talking. It's fucking biblical, baby.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
No, it's biblical, baby. You don't take a life.
Yeah.
You don't cause suffering.
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah.
Fuck, man. Those
Ten Commandments
to me.
Shit.
I think that's ethics. I think if you were principled, you would feel good about doing it that way.
Okay.
And I don't, geez, it's like I don't. It's fun. I mean, it's fun. But I remember a number of shows ago. I know we talked about ethics.
I think we did.
And the word it's never used. The word, you don't fucking hear the word ethics used anymore.
That's true.
And anyway,
because we forget as a human, as a society, we have amnesia to the past. We really do. It's about what's going on right now and what's right in our face. What's the media is telling us. What did our teachers just tell us? Our parents. It's so. We don't go too deep. We don't dig too deep as a society, and I feel like we should more often. Whoever is watching this right now, do a little more research. Do a little bit more studying on whatever subject that you want to know more about. It doesn't matter, but get well versed on it, because I feel like the only thing that's right for us as humans is to evolve to a better place. And right now, as a whole, we're not in a place that I think is the best for us. Society is collapsing right before our eyes. Everybody is just dog-eat-dog world. Everybody's just for themselves and their immediate family. Luckily, where we live in Hawaii, if you're stranded on the road with your thumb up, somebody actually might pick you up. But you can't say that for a majority of the states in the country we live in. I'm only speaking for America right now, so all of the people who are watching this in Europe, Japan.
Oh yeah, no. By the way, for those of you who may not know, we are global.
Internationally known, baby.
No, we're universal.
Universally known.
Galactic.
But you're the lone voice in the universe. Now we're the duo voice in the universe, sending out our waves and positive reinforcements and vibrations being sent to everybody that's watching this. I don't want you to ever think that because I'm speaking on some of these topics or we're discussing some of these things that we're coming from a negative space. We're just literally speaking our mind in an open and friendly manner. And we hope it's taken well and received properly, because we don't want to offend anybody. It happens. It's 2021. You can sneeze and offend somebody.
Watch the 2021 because it's closing in on
2022,
on
baby.
Deuce. I would. I can't imagine like sitting here doing something and being like angry.
There's a lot of angry shows out there.
No, I know, and speaking like at people and all the shit that goes on. Man, there's no way. To me, okay, we're having a conversation between three people.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them we can't see. It's right out there.
Right.
No, seriously, man.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
Whoever's watching this at this moment. Yeah.
So I always think, in terms of three, which also leads me to, of course, that producer in me. We're going to have three people going forward.
The triangle, the Trinity.
And we can do it technologically, because you saw in the very beginning of that unrehearsed piece between the two. It's
all unrehearsed. The whole piece, since the beginning until the end, is unrehearsed. I couldn't even see myself going into a studio or like into a green room and then rehearsing our show. Like I couldn't even imagine that because our show isn't based on that. It's based on like reactionary, opinionated conversation that's instant. Your thought provoking. Whatever you're thinking right now, say it. To be rehearsed is like there's no real thought in it. It becomes to a point of a good act. Like,
well, really,
TV show.
It's live.
It's live, baby.
And it's live. And I'd like to think that, for the most part, it's live, without performance, in the sense that I would be having this conversation the way I'm having it with you if there was no fucking camera.
True.
Right? True.
Yep.
And we say true.
Facts.
Facts. Or true that.
True that.
Woo,
True
right?
That.
Huh? How's my color?
Yeah, you actually get some melanin in you right there, baby. But you are of the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? You have some everybody has some melanin in them, and you just might be closer than a lot of others. You know what I mean?
And I really while we're there and stuff, I got to, at this point, only because it's so fresh, I have to do a shout out to former President Trump.
Okay.
Okay.
This is unprecedented.
Yeah. Who said, it was just a couple of days ago in an interview, that the Jews care less about Israel than the evangelical Christians.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
And the Jews own the New York Times.
Just the New York Times, or like?
Well, no, just to make it. He singled out, the New York Times.
Okay.
And about their political influence. It basically that is shades of Hitler.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure that gets to me in a similar way. That's something racial.
Okay.
And
trying to create that fucking divide again. You know
but I'm not.
Trump is.
But I'm not doing the thing that what do you call it? Some comparative thing between being a Jew, being an African American, and all that.
Comparison is a thief of joy. I'm just making sure my mic was.
Oh.
My mic was. It looked like it was trying to fall down. So I just making
sure
it was
okay.
secure.
No, you don't.
But speaking of that Hitler shit, is that why does every dictatorship or ruler or ruling class, whatever generation it is, predicate what they're doing on freedom or freedom of their people, but they always take away most people's freedoms? Like Saddam Hussein, preached freedom for his country, is this, and pretty much was a tyrant. And same thing with Obama, who preached freedom, change, all the presidents. And then it's like, but they take the majority of people's freedoms away, slowly but surely. You get less and less freedom. We're in a world right now where we're the less free we have been since the beginning of time. As far as free to go do some shit.
It's about the money.
Capitalism. You're right.
It's all about the money, and it always has been.
Yeah.
And before money had a name, it was still going on.
It was called gold.
Yeah, whatever.
Or frankincense or myrrh.
It was going on.
Spices.
It was going on, thousands of years ago.
Okay. So do you think I will be truly free as a whole?
Oh no. No. No, I'm not. I'm even remotely optimistic.
I read something that psychologically, majority of people need to be led anyway, and if you gave them like true free thought, free speech, free everything, like for them to decide on their own, that a lot of people wouldn't know what to do anyway. Some people, like a large portion of humanity needs to be herded, needs to be guided, needs to be told.
Okay. If I was to look at extremes, okay. So on the one hand, you have absolutely no authority, no freedom. You can't even take a shit
North Korea
without approval.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the other hand, you have the inevitable chaos that comes with too much freedom and the inability to address it. Which fucking problem you want to have? I want this problem.
Yeah.
I want the problem of freedom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, me too. Yep. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And it's
100%.
true because it's you know we're imperfect. Any system we come up with is imperfect. It's not possible
Because we're imperfect beings.
Yeah.
It follows. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not doing backflips over the prospects for for the future in terms of the stuff that's going on, and not simply in our country, but now most recently, the Build Back Better package, which is now down to 1.75 trillion. Yeah, okay.
Big T, baby.
Yeah. And it is being held up by one Democrat from West Virginia. His name is Manchin. Okay. He is the sole Democrat who's holding up this program, which has got a lot of really good shit in it.
How can he hold it up by
Because he's the
himself?
vote.
Okay.
And because these wussies don't want to eliminate the filibuster. The filibuster means that it really I'm not even sure who it protects, but the filibuster means that in order to end a filibuster, which is a delaying tactic, you have to have 60 of the 100 senators.
Oh, so 59 have signed.
60. No, you got to have 60. Well, right now, the Senate is actually 50-50. Okay? So fucking nothing happens because every time it's like the Democrats want to do something, they don't want to have the votes. In this particular case, the Build Back Better program had the votes, but Manchin vetoed it, and this motherfucker was taking issue with the child tax credit. Okay. So this is money that goes to millions of families, ongoing program for money for their children. And he objected to that program.
And it held it up.
And held up the whole deal because he doesn't want to be giving out money that's going to be abused by mothers who aren't going to spend it on their children.
So a child tax credit, which I get now because I have a child, you get annually when you file, is something that you'll be opposed to, but we've spent countless of trillions of dollars on bombing babies and innocent children around the world. You don't feel like we should even that tally up a little bit? Do more for children because we've done so much harm. And I'm not talking about to American children, I'm talking about to other children around the world. You know what I mean? In wars and things of that nature. We can pay and fund for that, for defense, but we can't pay for infrastructure to build up. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we're very, very close to the Supreme Court overthrowing Roe v. Wade, which would make abortion really hard to get in this country.
Yep.
Okay?
That's crazy.
In this day and age, when you would look from like a Darwin-esque version of evolution and progress. What happened?
No, just checking. I don't have a clock, so it's me.
Oh, how are we?
We're at 28.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're good.
From like a Darwin kind of like the evolutionary process and how you adapt and all of that, we should be getting better at being human.
We should evolve,
okay?
Right?
We should evolve. But absolutely, unequivocally, we have not.
Do you know why? The metaverse. And we'll get to that next time because you know why? I don't want to cut you off. I know I did, but
yeah, you did.
People are becoming more and more okay with being behind the screen and voicing their opinion. And then when they're in their place to actually go protest, picket, write, vote, do all this, nobody shows up. But they'll sign a petition online. They'll like a picture. They'll repost a tag.
Well, I'm talking about a really overarching kind of a thing, which is our pattern of behavior for thousands of years.
We're not getting better.
Consistent, but it's absolutely consistent, whether it's wars, slaves, abuse of women, it doesn't matter. And that's how it's been going. It's why we are where we are today. Yeah. So there's no reason to think that the shit that got us into the predicament we're in is,
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's like, oh no, we dug a hole. Be patient. We're gonna dig a deeper hole.
Right.
That's true.
No, seriously. Who's keep putting this hole? We're digging out and they're throwing dirt back in.
So there has to be. That's why I have no real optimism. The degree of change
would have to be drastic.
That we're all being called upon, and it's not simply, boy, the world is not just America. We're talking about like countries. There are countries that are so fucked up. Haiti is like suffering more than a country ought to suffer.
Pray for Haiti, man.
Right?
For real.
And the African countries, all that suffering going on. And we're going to talk about like climate change, endangered species, all right? When we are mistreating ourselves so badly.
I got a simple answer for that. It's because majority of us and the people that we know are dealing with first world problems, meaning your car broke down. Luckily you had a car to drive. Luckily you had this, because majority of the world are dealing with things that are not first world problems. And so to come together and then to think about something as grand as a whole world problem, it'll be real hard. Like I can see why you're not optimistic about that actually coming into fruition.
So to me, I think the idea is to be practical. Well, actually, I call it realistic. Okay, so if I was talking to my grandson, and God forbid I would be allowed to talk to him in this manner, but you need to be realistic and really see like where are we, and where are we likely going to be going? Not about wishes or any of that shit.
It's a calculated. Okay. Like,
estimate. and then to a kid, and make your choices accordingly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With some with reality in grasp, not the fairy tale of we're coming together and we're going to have EV cars and all that. And by the way, statistically, if you're up, I could probably do the podcast. In putting together podcast stuff, there was some incredible number. It was terawatts in terms of amount of power. So it dealt with the power of coal, how much power coal was providing in 2021. Okay. And it's like a huge number, but more importantly, it's going to increase. So our use of coal globally is going to increase from this year to next year. And the probably the greatest offender in terms of the atmosphere and global warming is the burning of coal. Mm-hmm. Coal is really bad. Okay. So looking ahead just to next year, we're going to globally we're going to burn even more coal. So it's like, okay, and what do you want me to? We should have a party and blow up balloons?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's one of the things that collectively we got to do better. We got to figure out a way. But it's like that'll take us all coming together. And so I'll leave you guys with this before we end this show, is saying, let's get back to the sandbox mentality of help out a fellow human. You see them fall, like people like when you're a kid, like help them up. You know what I mean? If it's not yours, don't steal it. Don't hit nobody. Don't kill nobody. Don't steal from nobody. And let's all make this world together a better place. It takes you and me and him and I.
Well, I'm not gonna pee on that. But you really should live in the world that you want to live in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's for for everybody.
And not force nobody else to live in your world as well. That's
No.
the problem.
No.
And don't be the agitator. Don't be the aggressor, and you'll be fine.
And lest we forget.
Get your shirts. Link will be in the bio.
Yeah.
In the description.
So when you'll already be watching, and you will see on there because Foster does that part of it. There'll be the link where you can go to get these award-winning.
It'll be in the descriptions.
Award-winning T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm talking like we're up for a lot of major T-shirt awards.
Feels good. Look good. Feel good. Smell good. Act good. Be good.
And you have double handsome. Know what I'm saying?
Foster and Feinstein, and we're out, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for watching the show. Make sure if you haven't already, you like, subscribe, you share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you. Let's go. Shaka, brother.
Peace and love, baby.